AssholeConsulting.com. How you kids doing? Late night, Cappy, because the work never ends at Asshole Consulting, where if you have questions, I have answers as long as you have money, because this isn't a charity. This comes from our good buddy Dre with a military discount. This is not a troll email. Yes, this is a real individual that is alive to this day. I want a Clarey test on general butt naked. Tell me your price, laughing out loud. So I looked him up, and this guy is real. He is still alive. And I don't know where this one's going to go, but he's a minister now. So I'm kind of like, oh, really? Did we find Jesus? Where was he hiding? Joshua Milton Blahai, I think is the pronunciation of his last name, often known as Nam de Guerre. General Butt Naked is a former commander of forces under the wider control of Liberian warlord Roosevelt Johnson. Blahai was known for his violence and atrocities during the first Liberian Civil War in the early 90s. Once described as the most evil man in the world, Blahai said in 2008 that he killed at least 20,000 people and carried out a regular human sacrifice and cannibalism. Well, you should make a red shirt of him and sell them to socialists here in the United States. College kids would love it. He killed the right people, though. Blahai has stated that he was originally a tribal priest. Since the war, he has converted to Christianity. Jesus forgives. Always forgives. He became a preacher. How is he out? I mean, if he admits to this, assuming it wasn't war, and carried out regular human sacrifice, well, okay. If it was war, I could see, well, maybe you killed 20,000 soldiers. But if there are people, and then there's the human sacrifice and cannibalism, why are you walking around? What connections do you have? Blahai travels Liberia preaching peace and love. Love and peace. Huh? Love and peace. Denouncing his old way of life. God almighty. I'm just going to assume he was poor. Blahai is a member of the Sarpo tribe of Liberia. He states that he was initiated as a tribal priest at the age of 11, participating in his first human sacrifice. During the course of the three-day ritual that followed, Blahai says that he had a vision in which he was told by the devil that he would become a great warrior and that he should continue to practice human sacrifice and cannibalism to increase his power. Kron elders later appointed him as high priest. He just didn't come from money. He came from a mud hut. Came from a backward fucking weirdo. Aaron, it's a fucked up culture if you're practicing cannibalism and killing children. Please get me on that one, open-minded liberal leftist communists. A position that led him to become a spiritual advisor to Liberian President Samuel Doe. Oh, we're taking advisors from this group now. Why can't Africa just get its act together? Why? I don't know. Your high priest was busy fucking a crocodile, which is the magic way to guarantee defeat over your enemies. Grow great one. Blahai adhered to a complex traditional belief system as a Kron priest. Blahai himself said, I was a high priest for the biggest god under the Kron tribe, and the late Samuel K. Doe, being a fellow tribesman, was automatically placed under my jurisdiction. I also placed Nayabi Awe amongst the first three high-ranking gods, demanded ritual sacrifice. Traditional fight is the no holds barred. Strongest last but said Blake how to take the birthright headship of the tribe. He didn't come from wealth. He didn't major in something stupid. Okay, you got him there, right? Okay, so he's done this all on his own. Very industrious. Blahai said that he led his troops naked except for shoes and a gun. He believed that his nakedness was a source of protection from bullets. So did the Zulus. Or was it the Zulus at Rorke's Drift? I know it was the Zulus at Rorke's Drift, but was it the Zulu tribe that believed that war paint? Or maybe it was the Scots thinking that would stop spears. I can't remember. He would regularly sacrifice a victim before battle. Usually was a small child, someone whose fresh blood would satisfy the devil. He stayed to the Seattle Post-Intelligencer. Did the woman interviewing him come her shorts because he was so badass and different? Satan talked to him regularly and more about the human sacrifices. He's got real-world working experience. You can't, if he's going into battle naked, I can't. Before leading my troops into battle, we would get drunk and drugged up, sacrifice a local teenager, drink the blood, and then strip down to our shoes and go battle wearing full wigs and carrying imaginary purses we looted from the building. We'd slaughter anyone we saw, chop their heads off, use soccer balls. We were nude, fearless, drunk, yet strategic. Killed hundreds of people, so many I lost count. He led a mercenary unit, many of whom were child soldiers, which was known as the Butt Naked Brigade. They were funded by Roosevelt Johnson and fought alongside the United Liberian Liberation Movement of Liberia for Democracy, militia against the militias held by Charles Taylor and Prince Yorme Johnson. The ULIMO was loyal to Samuel Doe, who was captured and executed personally by Prince Johnson. Taylor eventually took control of the country. Blahayi's rampage ended in 1996 when the Civil War was coming to an end. He states his conversion was bolstered by a church in Liberia where Bishop Kun is a pastor. They claim to have heard from God to fast 54 days for his deliverance. After the fast, they claim God gave them spiritual powers to infiltrate his coven in Monrovia and preached him shortly after he had a theophany in which Jesus Christ appeared to him as a blinding. So how come everyone's get visions to do incredibly bad things, but then, oh, hey, you're my chosen guy. Now stop doing what the other vision told you. Spoke to him as a son and told him that he would die unless he repented his sins. In 1997, Blahay traveled to the Budurbaram refugee camp in Ghana. It was a camp. He recounts that he made confession for his sins, that the church had saved his life. Preaches, how come no one's after him? You don't get to just, oh, I'm a preacher now, and like not have the UN after him. Okay, so one guy disputes what is responsible for so many deaths. He could just be bragging, if you want to brag about that. People don't have a journey against. On October 2016, Blahy appealed to donors to donate $500,000 to his Journeys Against Violence NGO. How many white women in America donated? How many suckers did you get? Farming and construction. I don't. Why is okay? So he ended up becoming a pastor. I'm not gonna. He's running a nonprofit. That's not real work. He did not come from wealth. He didn't major in stupid stuff. He does have real world experience. He was in the military. And but he then just, well, I'm going to help out all that cannibalism and murder. I apologize. Oh, well, why is he not behind bars? All right. Would I want to have a beer with him? No, don't feel like getting eaten today. And should he run for any kind of office? No, the man should be in a psych ward or in jail. How the hell was there not like a manhunt for this guy? Unless their team won the war and like, okay, if you tell us where the bodies are, we'll let you be. How has there not been like, and the UN is seeking for his arrest? All right, there we go. Thanks, Dre. That was fun. DJ Aftershock, $5. Summerfest. Oh, the death metal hair bands are coming to town. I can't do my Milwaukee thing anymore because I didn't know the dude bro. Are they kind of, do the dude bros still go to Summerfest? Summerfest is more like, yeah, man. All those idiots that have their Iron Maiden t-shirts and their death metal. Slayer, man. I'm going to listen to Slayer. Summerfest, the death metal hair band's coming to town. I'm divorced and at the bar again. Oh, we're cheering on the Milwaukee Brewers 1988 Bully. Oh, yeah. The skater punks that never really bothered me that much either. Although some of them did, and some of them did have those stupid death metal things. Oh, you like Primus? Not really. Who's he? I can't curse. You're a bad person. They didn't say bad person. If you didn't like their long metal haired band guys, which if you find out in the end, those long metal hair band guys are actually some of the most astute businessmen and some of the greatest family men, some even good Christians. One guy's like a pilot and is on his fourth business or something like that. Oh, all right. Yeah, Francis says, YouTube, why didn't you let me know Aaron was live? You guys gotta resubscribe. That's the problem. There's two theories. One is that YouTube is being conspiratorial and not telling people. The other thing is just a bug they've never fixed out and they don't care to. It could be either or. If you have questions and the super chats aren't available, you don't have to pay YouTube. You could just pay me directly. Go to assholeconsulting.com and send me your question. If it's a short question, it'll be a cheap price. I mean, it's still going to be around like $15 because I got to file, load it up, do that. But yeah, if you had super chats, you wanted to like send in a question and don't worry, we'll tune in. If you weren't going to, the only reason I mentioned the super chats, not because you're going to make more money. There's certainly that. But the only real reason to tune in live is if you want to donate a super chat or participate in the chat room, I guess. But aside from that, you can still watch it. Just check in you have to check the channels of the people you like every day if you want to listen to them every day. That's why I'm subscribed to a handful of channels, but I don't check or get notifications. I go to their site and I watch it. I'm like, oh, this Better Bachelor got something going. Oh, what's Turd Flinging Monkey got today? Oh, what's Terrence Pop got today? Even Chris Beckloff, he's back. All right. More coming up. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.